Train by day, Kyle Wigington podcast by night, all day.
It's like a warm hug when the sun just embraces you.
Oh, shit. Something crazy happened to me this week.
First of all, Miss Hippie Gypsy, back on the podcast.
Yes, I am back here. I'm glad to be here. So
now tell me about some crazy shit that happened to you this week.
Believe it or not, no, I don't know if I want to tell people this. I don't want people to think I'm crazy.
How you going to start telling stories?
I know. Okay, so I have to tell you guys. So I went to comedy on last Wednesday. And after my set, it was around like maybe 10:40 something. I was talking to a man and I saw a light come across the sky in my face while I was talking. And I stopped talking and the man looked at me and I looked at him and I was in complete shock. I don't know what it was, you guys, but I would say I didn't see any stars that night. Real talk. I didn't see any stars that night. It seemed like there was clouds over the sky. Mind you, we're in a city where artificial lights do take over the sky. So seeing something is crazy to me. And I actually had that experience last
Maybe
week.
it was love.
I don't know.
That's what you were experiencing.
It disappeared in my face hella quick. Literally, it was like at the end of it, it just went by really fast and had a spark and then gone. I swear to God. Like, and the man was looking at me like, what?
So like it was up in the air?
In the sky, yeah. And guess what?
I think it was like a meteor or something.
It possibly was a meteor, a shooting star. The only odd thing about it was I didn't actually see any other stars. Like there was like a little bit of clouding that night.
Was that the full moon night?
It was, I think, yeah, like around the full moon night. But turns out last year they predicted some like maybe like green fireballs were going to be in the sky.
How are they going to predict that shit?
They predicted it last year. They had an article I found on Google. And supposedly sometime last year, they predicted what would happen this year with green fireballs or something in the sky. But guess what? Like I said, New Orleans don't have that much sky activity. Maybe not as much as like Arizona or Vegas or even California. So to see something this week was very shocking to me. I don't know how to feel about life, but I digress.
What if I told you it was me?
I would believe you.
I turned into an orb and just started flying around.
Yeah, with your green eyes. And you just left.
Yeah. That's how you know what color they are. It's all determined based on your eyes. So the one thing we were going to talk about today are relationships.
Yes,
relationships. It seems like you and I are always talking about relationships. Well, it seems like everyone that comes on the podcast today is talking about relationships. Like everyone wants one, but something about it just like isn't right anymore.
Yeah, I agree. It's tough. I think, people get tired of being in relationships. I genuinely think some people get tired. Some men get tired of being boyfriends or husbands. Some women get tired of being a girlfriend or a wife. It gets like that.
So one of my exes recently reached out to me. Mm-hmm. And one of the things she said to me was, do you not just get bored? Yeah. So she says she gets bored with the guys that she's with. And I'm like, I think that says something about you.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it has something to do with like maybe
because like I think she feels like the guy's there to entertain her.
Oh.
And that's not what these are. I think that's one reason people have issues with relationships these days is because the person that you're in a relationship with is not there to entertain you.
Right.
Like you're there together to grow something.
I agree. Yeah. If it's not like if you don't genuinely love that person or have the same spark and you lose it, I mean, it happens. But yeah, it is personal. But a lot of people aren't honest about that. And I think that's where it causes chaos. Like,
so what do you think your issue is?
My issue, I would say my issue is like maybe my tone sometimes with my relationship. My tone.
I've never heard you get like have a weird tone. I mean, we're not in a relationship, but I know. I've never seen you around in public saying.
Yeah, like let me rewind. I think my personal issue is sometimes I put other people, like especially when I get into relationships, ahead of me a lot. Like, and I'll get surrounded by their world and maybe focus on like trying to make them happy. And I can overly do it. Like, some people can like overly do it, right?
That sounds like a great woman.
Yeah, but I mean, it can get, I feel like it can get overwhelming.
Give me some examples.
Of it,
so like if you were in a relationship with a new guy,
yeah,
how would you overdo it?
maybe like I guess like checking in too much, like about like some questions I'll ask. I don't know if other people like, are you feeling okay? How you feeling? Like always like trying to like some people feel like you're always trying to be in their mind when you're like that. But I'm always like, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? How you doing? Like I will ask that so many times.
That would get annoying.
Yeah. So like I've like stopped doing that and stopped letting like little things about maybe, my guy, like his facial expressions like affect me, like being affected by like little things, like maybe his tone isn't the same today as it was yesterday. Like some of us women are really annoying when it comes to stuff like that.
But that also stems from the childhood trauma stuff you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I
can
agree.
I think that's why a lot of times people check in a lot is because they're worried that the person's going to be mad at them if they don't do everything correctly.
Yeah, it is. It is a trauma response to like fear of rejection, fear of maybe, hey, this person may not, just because they're responding like this, they may not like me as much as they did before. Which if you're constantly doing that, and us women, I know we can do that a lot. It can get overwhelming, right? Like to anybody, even a guy, doing that to a woman, like sometimes just
it chases them away.
Yeah, like you got to let people kind of be in their world while you're in your world. And I had to learn to balance that out like a lot more so that I don't ruin relationships. And it's like, I care about getting married a little bit and about relationships, but I want to also make sure I'm building on myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like you said, like when a woman says, oh, she's getting bored with multiple men that she's dealing with, like you said, it's a personal issue. So sometimes we just have to like step back and reflect. Like, no, I'm not the worst girlfriend. No, I'm not the worst person to be with, but there's still some things that kind of make my relationships or may make my relationships uneasy,
Well, I mean, at least you're thinking introspectively. Like, I feel like a lot of, no offense, women, but I feel like a lot of you don't think introspectively at all.
Yeah. Like, we have to. We can be super annoying. I'm not going to lie.
Mushrooms did that for me.
The childhood trauma, though, yeah, like childhood trauma definitely plays a lot in our relationships. And I haven't dated 100,000 men, but I would say that how your parents treated you.
It's my dog across the street.
That's your dog?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't cut you off.
It's okay.
So yeah, what were you saying? You were going into this like before the podcast. You were talking about the trauma stuff and like why your family never really went for their dreams and why you are.
Oh yeah, like I feel like a lot of us grow up, and I would say it doesn't necessarily have to be in a Black community, but I do see this in a Black community a lot, especially with women. I have a lot of Black women, women in my family, and I've watched a lot of women in my family not go for their dreams. And as I would see posts like, I wanted to do this when I was young, I wanted to do that when I was young, but due to trauma or different distractions, like focusing on like being married or in a relationship, was all like distractions from, I feel like, my family members doing what they actually wanted to do. Which is crazy. That's like, I think it's absolutely crazy because I'm one of the people out of my family. I'm doing things that literally no one in my family lineage, I think, has done, as far as comedy, as far as, hosting, putting myself out there in a way for other people to hear what I like want to say, have to say my opinions. And I think it's really sad. And more of us women need to actually like not let relationships and wanting to be married get in the way of like the things that we actually want to do. Because no matter how much a lot of us don't want to admit it, a lot of times relationships and focusing on like why I'm not dating somebody, why doesn't a man love me, distracts you from making money. You actually waste a lot of money, waste a lot of time that you could be spending in your creative world or building up with something that you want for yourself. When it just comes to, just focusing on like the fairy tale life.
So you don't think that that's attainable? The fairy tale life?
I think that I think that the fairy tale life is attainable, but it's just, you have to be realistic.
Okay. So what's realistic?
Like, say for instance, like we're talking about childhood trauma, right? You grew up a certain way where maybe your family didn't have a certain amount of money. You weren't able to do much. You kind of grew up maybe a little bit poor. Your goal shouldn't be to just focus on, marriage and dating and all that fairy tale at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I would have been able to tell myself some of this stuff when I was younger. Your goals should be more oriented on building up something that you never had when you were younger,
But you don't think it would be easier to build if you had someone there with you to build?
Oh, don't even get I can talk about this shit all day.
But that's what a relationship is.
It is.
It?
No, let me tell you, you can try. And this depends on how younger you're trying to do this too. Because, like I said, all of us women get into this fairy tale, in high school, we hoping to have a high school sweetheart, go off, get married after that. You know what I'm saying? But you want somebody to be there, but every woman and every man is not cut the same for the relationship. You're not going to get the same thing. So if you find yourself, right, dating and constantly over and over again, you getting heartbroken, getting cheated on at a certain point in your life, like that, you need to stop. You got to focus on something. You got to focus on yourself first and then go for something else. I feel like it can be built on, but if a man is not like really investing in you, investing in your time and your dream while you're together, if you are trying to
what does that mean to you though?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, how does a man going to invest in you?
Well, it doesn't all have to be financial, but just like the support, like just being there for whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, if he's there, right?
Right. Yeah. Like if
so, I mean, like if he's like, yeah, I'm hanging out with you tonight, like that's investing in you, right? Like, I don't know what investing in you means.
Okay. Let me back it up. So if you are a woman in a relationship or trying to be in a relationship that has went through trauma, has dealt with a lot of different things growing up. And
I would say, first of all, let me stop you there.
Okay.
Because I don't think the man should have anything to do with your trauma.
No, and you're right. You're right. What I'm gonna say is, if you don't have somebody stepping in your life to make it better and understand like your dream, like some men, like say for instance, they're dating a woman that wants to be a dancer, or trying to date a woman that wants to be a dancer, but they're insecure. So now instead of her, maybe if she's choosing to deal with you, she has a distraction now. So if she lets that distraction of how he feels and what he's gonna think about who you're with or your dance, who you're dancing with or this or that, then if you let that affect you for a long time, then you could get to a point where you're not dancing anymore. And that's what I mean by like.
So like, what do you mean dancer? Like a stripper?
No, just in general. Like you can be a general dancer. You can be a dancer. Say for instance, like me, I do comedy all the time. I'm around a lot of men in the city do comedy, but if I'm with somebody that literally is insecure, right? They hate the fact that I am talking to a lot of guys when I'm doing comedy, or that's a distraction for me.
Right.
I can't really, if I let it,
but I don't think it has anything to do with the guy being insecure.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a guy protecting his investment. Like if I'm going to spend time with you and put money and time into you, and then you're going to go off and talk to these other guys, like there is a thing called hypergamy. I think it's what it's called, where women move from one man to the next whenever they find a guy who's better.
Oh no! Well, let me rephrase that. What I mean by talk is just like doing business.
Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but that's not.
But
how
you're still talking about protecting the investment.
Yeah, because what happens one day if you walk up to a guy that looks just like the man you're with, but he's worth $1 million.
I mean,
you can say the righteous thing right now and say I would stick with my man, but everyone fucking knows.
No, I mean it's all about genuine connections. But I get what you're saying though, like protect your investment. But at the same time, like that's why I was saying, like if you know a woman is into a certain world or certain things, you shouldn't like maybe feel like you have to protect anything because you know that she's building herself, she's building her brand, she's building her like.
Well, I don't think it's the man's fault. Once again, I think that she should be the one to stay single in that situation.
Right. But yeah, see, so. and that's crazy because a lot of times, like say for instance, just myself, and just going into like different things, music, poetry, comedy, as I've been getting older, a lot of men have wanted to work with me. But then if I say, oh my God.
Like work with you? Is that what?
Yeah, like work with me, like maybe. But the thing is, this is where things will get crazy at. As soon as I maybe say I have a boyfriend, they don't want to work with me anymore.
Because they don't want to work with you. They want to bang you.
But every woman now, honestly, it feels like a lot of sections of certain things as a woman, you have to be single at the beginning of your career so that you don't have any, so you can work with everybody you're going to work with, which I feel like that's kind of not fair.
Well,
but,
I think if you're always going to go into entertainment, you always need to look single.
Yeah.
Because you want people out there, you want to be fuckable. Like G-Eazy says it in his songs all the time. He's like, I don't sell music, I sell sex.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't disagree on that. But yeah, I mean, that is kind of true. That is true. But hey, everybody can't single. Like some people literally find like, hey, they realize what they really want to do while they're in a relationship. And then from there, you got to like figure out how to get in. But it's just that whole thing is discouraging. It really, really is. Because now it's like, oh, so a woman has to let her dreams go because she's in a relationship, or like she has to like slow down.
I don't think you have to let them go. I think you just have to like, you have to find the guy that's comfortable with his girl looking single. And I think that you always need to portray the single look online. It's part of the game. It's the game we're in. Yeah.
I noticed that online because either it's like people like by themselves, or like if there are couples, you know, they're doing all these like little TikToks and all that shit. Like you see that online, but I feel like it's tough. But as a woman, I would say, and especially for younger women, just, you know, FYI for you, if you find yourself in multiple relationships where it's not working, the man doesn't want to invest in you, he doesn't believe in your dreams, or he has an issue with who you work with, or this or that, you should cut it off until you have done more of what you like, what you love. And then so I feel like then that's when maybe a more genuine person will come into your life, and you won't have to worry about, you know, extra. You can still live your dreams, you know, that in that same way.
I think it's just hard to find a good partner in a city. I see it all the times in small towns. I see my friends who, you know, with their high school sweethearts, and they stay together their entire lives in small towns. But when you come to a city, man, especially a city like this, like you just have, I don't know what it is, man. Either people are just doing like exploratory type shit, or they're chasing the dream, you know? And it's hard to get with someone who's chasing the dream.
Yeah, I agree. Right now they have like literally the swingers convention.
Is that in town right now?
Yes, it's been in town the whole weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, New Orleans can get you in trouble. It can be, yeah, it's hard to find love in the city.
Yes, that's why I just stay single.
You stay single in the city.
Yeah.
Hey, country girls come to the city. I mean.
Oh yeah. So this is something I had a conversation with a while back. Was whenever I used to bartend in the French Quarter, someone was posting a thing online, and it was about all these women who are going on bachelorette parties, and there was like this big debate that were the women cheating on the bachelorette parties, or were they not cheating? And I was like, dude, I used to bartend in the French Quarter at a gay bar. They all fucking cheat.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Like, you know how many times the bridesmaids would come to town, or not bridesmaids, but the brides. They were getting married the next fucking day, but they wanted to bang a guy the night before they got married. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That is horrible. I'm sorry. I feel like, you know, if I still feel like I got to get some things out, I ain't getting married.
Well, that's my whole thing. Like I've seen too much.
Oh yeah, you don't trust nobody.
I don't trust
no one.
I trust nobody at this point. What the fuck is that?
That's the ex.
Oh,
that's like from Family Feud when they're like.
Yeah, dude, I trust no one at this point. I've seen too much. I've seen it over and over again. It's not just one example either. I've seen it a lot.
No, I believe you.
The bridesmaids would literally leave the woman. They would all go somewhere else, and there would just be a bride sitting there at the bar, and I'm like, I know why you're here.
Evil. They're committing evil.
And I'm gonna do it. Okay.
I honestly coming down to New Orleans and going down Bourbon to find somebody to fuck is gross. Sorry.
That's why some bartenders get stuck down there, dude. It's just too easy.
I believe you. I mean, ew. That would be the last. I would go to Frenchman versus Bourbon.
That's why you got to go to the gay bars, and you find that one straight bartender.
Oh wow! So that's what they're hunting for?
Yeah, that's where I bartended at one of the gay bars down there.
Nice. So
and the women would just come in there, and they would just be like, all you guys are so hot, but you're all gay. And I'd be like, I'm not gay.
The music down there is great. I would say that. Like, I love the music down Bourbon.
Well, I'll say it was a great learning experience being down there because I learned a lot about humanity and not the good side of humanity. But coming from a small town in Arkansas, going to Bourbon Street taught me a lot.
Dude, I bet like New Orleans is full of like craziness. But what else did I have for? Oh yeah, the dating while being a loner.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So I feel like dating while being a loner or a person that is more alone to me.
Do you mean like an introvert? Is that what you mean by loner?
No, okay, I'm about to break it down right now. Okay, so you have people that you know of that have friends and have really close families, right? Like you have friends since you guys were in middle school, right? Mm. And then there's people that literally are not connected to many friends from school, are not really connected with their family. And sometimes people like date that this person doesn't really have a lot of family or friends that have stuck around for years and all like 10, 20 years or whatever. And then they try to date somebody that does have that like more family, more friend dynamic where they come. I feel like it can be difficult dating as a loner, like as that type of person, because typically, and I've been here plenty of times before, you come in, you always find yourself coming into somebody else's space, like coming into people's space in a certain way. Like you're not bringing your boyfriend or girlfriend to like friend's house or family's house, but they always bring you to theirs because they have that dynamic. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it can be pretty hard sometimes to date like that. Like, well, not really hard, but as the person kind of dealing with it, you might deal with different emotions throughout it. Just because maybe your like family friend situation is way different.
So I've had this dynamic before. Whenever I went to school, to college, I went to Bethel University in Tennessee. I didn't have any friends or family out there. Mm-hmm. And I started dating this girl, and her family lived right down the road, and we would always go to their house on the weekends and like eat dinner and stuff. I didn't find it that bad.
Yeah, it's not.
To me, it gave me a family.
No, I don't feel like it's bad, but like, I feel like as we get older, sometimes, like especially like if you, it's just. I feel like it's just something some people go through, you know.
Well, like what do you look for whenever you're looking for like friends and family? You know, it's like to me, it's someone to lean on. It's like if for instance, if my car, you know, breaks down or something, I have someone to call.
Right, but I feel like some people, like everybody doesn't have that though. Like there's somebody out here right now today. If their car break down,
you don't have anyone you can call.
I'm not saying me.
Well, that's what I thought you were the one that didn't have the family.
No, let me see. Like I have family, but like see.
So are you the loner or are you not the loner?
I'm the loner. In my dating life, typically when I've dated, I date someone where they will bring me around their family and friends, but I will have nobody to bring them around. Like maybe like my mom, right? Like my mom, maybe my sisters. But like as far as like,
well, that's family.
Friends. As far as like friends and like long-term people around.
What did you can bring him to the bar? I'll fucking kick it with him.
No,
I'll be like, I'm a friend.
No, I wanted to talk about this topic because I was like, I feel like other people go through this. Like,
you think I do? I'm a loner.
You're a loner?
I'm a loner, but like, it's fine. I love being alone.
You're not a loner, dude.
What do you say that just because I hang out at a bar all the time?
No. Wait, I have a question. This is a question.
Okay.
Do you get invited to birthday parties?
I get invited to all kind of shit. Do I go to it though?
No.
I don't go to any of these fucking parties people invite me to.
Do you get invited to weddings?
Dude, everything. Like Crescent 9 just had a big party and they invited me to it. And I was like, I'm not fucking going to that.
I've never been invited to a wedding.
I do love their product though. Crescent 9.
Crescent awesome. 9. Oh yeah, their drinks.
Yeah, they're amazing. I don't like when it comes to being in big social settings like that. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. I would much rather sit down one-on-one with someone and have a conversation. Groups of humans are where I stay away from.
Right. I don't like a group. But I'm here for my loner people. It's okay that you don't have as many people to call throughout your day or just in general, because I see so many people on my Instagram. Let me be real. They suffer from, maybe they aren't lonely, but they really suffer from feeling lonely and feeling worthless. And this is like people in the early 20s that I see, and they'll make different posts. Like one day they're feeling really great. You can see like maybe they're going to a party or trying to go. Then the next day you'll see nobody cares about me being alive. Nobody cares about me. If I died today, nobody would say anything. And I see post like that often online with people. And I'm like, well, like you said, maybe it's not necessarily that they're like literally don't have anybody, but feeling those like close connections or feeling connected can be really difficult for some people versus others. Like, and that can really change relationships for you. Like, you don't want to feel desperate or like you're always on reaching out and trying to.
But that's when you don't date, right?
Yeah, you don't date or find friends, right? Like,
no, I'm saying. So like in my, I guess I was mid-20s was whenever I first like I quit my job because I fucking hated my life. My girlfriend and I broke up, and then I moved to a new city, and I was completely alone in the new city. And for like the next 6 months to a year, I basically just grinded. Like I stayed alone in my apartment. I went to the gym during the daytime, and I worked my job, which was serving at a restaurant at the time.
Right.
That's all I did in a brand new city. People were inviting me out to do things all the time. I just wouldn't go. I would just like hang out with myself. And that was a period of growth for me.
Right.
So I think that if you're going through that right now, fucking stick it out, man.
Stick it out.
Yeah. Don't lean on someone else at that time, because you're going to come out the other side a better human, stronger human.
I wish I would have realized that a little bit more when I was younger too, because I was like the person maybe like, well, I was the person in high school and maybe like middle school where like people weren't inviting me out as much to like parties and to do this and do that. But I was letting myself like sit in sadness about it, like feeling weird, feeling like what's so wrong with me that maybe like people don't want to hang out with me as much. But like Chris said, like if you do really feel lonely, taking the time to like build yourself and do different things just like by yourself definitely does help. And it kind of like it can possibly help you connect, because I've been doing that. Like I literally had many years of like feeling so sad and like disconnected and like why I feel like nobody wants to hang out with me, why no one wants to, work with me or, just little things like that. But like he said, like I've tried to like work on staying more busy and, I go to a lot of events by myself. And what I do is I get me a drink or two, you know what I'm saying? And then I just talk to people randomly now. That's what I do instead of like getting a drink, go sit at a table and think about like how lonely I am. Because I used to do that when I go out and like literally I would leave the bar or the club or wherever I was at and like fuck this, and I'll go home and cry. Like I've been there so much. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
So I think I look at it a little differently. I don't look at like why these people don't want to work with me. I'm like, why do I fucking hate everyone? That's what I think the whole time I'm out. They can be a room full of like 1,000 people at a party, and I'll be like, why do I hate all these fucking people?
No, seriously, it gets crazy. But I feel like that's a very like that's this subject, the loner subject. I really want to talk about it because we've seen a lot of stuff happen with people like committing suicide and.
Do you think any of that has to do with the medications they're taking though? Because I think a lot of times, like, we overprescribe like antidepressants and shit, but they don't tell people how to get off these. Because like some of the antidepressants think you have to take like benzos and shit to get off of them. And I think when people don't take the benzos, they just quit taking the medication. They end up going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it could be medicine, or just sometimes it's because people have not seen anybody to take anything. Like I remember this one note this chick left. She was still in college and she wrote a letter like just telling her family she was like sorry, and she just felt like she wasn't accomplishing anything fast enough. And because we live in a society where
everything happens right now
you got to be accomplishing something. If you're not accomplishing it fast enough, a lot of times and people are just getting really, really down about it. Like,
and a lot of that shit's fake too, right?
What?
The people online, their success, the online success.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. Look, I put the best clips out to my comedy. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh, people might think she making $1 billion, people laugh all the time. No, I just edited the shit out of that video. Like, it's like, I'm successful. Of course I am on here.
Yeah.
But I feel like because of how society is, like feeling lonely, feeling like you don't have anybody, feeling disconnected, it's really easy to feel like that. Right. Lately, what I've been doing also is cutting my phone off for a few hours.
Yeah.
Getting off the internet. And even though it does help me feel connected to people, it's draining. Like, I'm watching too many people on trips. Look, I ain't take a fucking trip yet this year. I don't want to see nobody else take a trip, Like, fuck it. But we have to be realistic. We have to we have to do things to get more connected. And beyond this, all this shit is materialistic anyways. That's how I feel. So that's what like little things that's been helping me ease up on like feeling less lonely, feeling less like, oh, I haven't done enough in my life. And it's really sad that the youth is really the ones affected by it, because they feel like it's like, buddy, you're only like 19. Why do you feel like you need $500,000 right now? Like, you're building up on yourself. So shit on the internet and like how society is can make people feel really disconnected and lonely. But I would say for anybody, there's always someone out there that it feels similar to you. There's somebody out there that has felt the feeling you felt. And the internet, even though it's toxic, it has helped me realize that. Like, TikTok is one of the places where I've heard women online, like with some of the topics we're talking about today, on how they feel lonely, how they feel disconnected, how maybe this or that affected their relationship. You know,
what are they saying? What kind of stuff?
Just like the same thing. Like, you just feel like disconnected. Like, you feel like you don't have any like closeness. Some people really don't feel like they're close to anyone. Like, I don't know. It is I think it really is a mental thing, because some people do have big families and friends they've known, but they still don't feel connected.
But do you think that, I think that TikTok and Instagram are they're playing a big part in this.
Yeah.
Because you think you have a connection with people online, but in reality, that's fake.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah. The real connections are like right here, but we're diving into those connections and thinking they're realistic.
Yes.
So maybe people need to, like you said, turn off their phone for.
Yeah. Get around some actual people, because they have people out here. Like I said, people only posting the best clips online. Yeah. That's what it's for. And even me, like, some people have like 50K followers. You don't have 50,000 friends for real. You might only literally have one friend. Like, but no one wants to feel completely disconnected from the world. Like,
except me.
Except him, because he hates people. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't hate people. I don't believe that.
Look,
No.
Individually, people are dope. It's the groups of people that I hate.
You hate the collective.
Yes.
The collectiveness.
I hate the collective.
Yes. But yeah, but you know, the loner thing is real. Feeling super lonely is real. But disconnect from the internet, go outside.
So how has being a loner affected your dating life?
Sometimes,
like, how do you even find dates? Do you do the apps and shit?
Well, I don't do dating apps. No, I'm not a dating app person. I like to meet people in real life. I met someone off Instagram a few times, but yeah, I like to meet people, like, just go be doing what I like to do, like reggae night, comedy night, like, you know, just meeting somebody in the same category. But I would say, like, what did you just ask me? My brain went blank.
I asked you how being a loner affected your dating life. Because if you do go out to a bar and have a drink and sit at a table, I mean, you're obviously not going to find too many dates.
No.
I don't think guys don't even approach women like that anymore, really.
No, I think it makes you more vulnerable too. Like, more vulnerable to maybe like something negative happening. Like being a loner. Like, sometimes men think you're like desperate, or they don't see anybody around you. So like that whole like protection thing, I feel like it can make you vulnerable in the streets. You just have to be careful though.
Anytime I ever see you, you're with a snake.
Yeah. Yeah, my guy has a snake, but women that go out alone, you just have to be careful. I think it can work. You can find somebody. Like, no, I don't want to find somebody at a nightclub. I genuinely don't want to find anybody at a bar, unless, like I said, an event at a bar, maybe like a comedy night, karaoke night.
We've been doing dating nights here.
Dating nights. Hey, that's a good place to possibly meet somebody. That it really, really is. It's funny because I seen a comedy show, right? They had two people sitting next to each other. Don't know if it was bullshit or not, but it's a good love story. If they actually were in love. Two people sitting next to each other at a comedy show that didn't know each other. So the guy comes with the mic and the auto-tune thing, and the guy starts singing. He was like, sing to this lady. I mean, she's blushing. She's everything. Two loner people didn't know that they were alone, and they met each other based off a fucking comic coming up there, making them sing an auto-tune with the mic. Like, so you really never know. Like, I would say don't get discouraged. Keep going to things just keep doing what you like to do.
Wait, you didn't follow that story up?
I don't think they worked out. I saw
Okay.
the guy's Instagram page. I don't know if they worked out, but he possibly met a good friend. Look, I didn't see any other posts with her. Maybe it was too soon. But yeah, I don't know. But you can meet people. You can meet people just that easy.
So I'll tell you, the last person that I don't give my number out or anything anymore. I don't even do like the if I see a girl that's attractive, I'm like, oh, she's attractive. I bet that's a fucking headache. And I walk away. So the last number that I got, this girl walked up to me and she gave me her number. And she's like, we should hang out sometime. And I was like, okay. Yeah, if a girl gives me her number, I'm cool with that. So I'm like, okay, we should hang out. So then we set up a date or whatever. And the night of the date, she hits me with, oh, my anxiety flared up. I can't get out. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people these days?
Well, it was either a lie or it was the truth. I don't know. Because it could have possibly been true. She's like, depending on her trauma or her past.
That's why I didn't get mad at her. I was like, cool, dude. We'll reschedule sometime. Just let it go.
Right. Like if.
She hits me up about every like 3 months and she's like, oh, you know, I'm busy with this, busy with that, but we should do something.
She's dating somebody else.
You think so?
Yeah. She's talking to another man. That's definitely it.
Yeah. I didn't put no faith in it whatsoever. I was just like, cool, we can hang out.
Yeah. Cause like especially if there's a time frame that you notice where she like hits you up. Yeah. Yeah, she could be dealing with somebody else.
So you think like every 3 months they have like an argument and she's like, let me hit this guy up.
Possibly.
Let me get some validation.
Some relationships go through crazy patterns until either both people or one person's really fucking tired of it. I mean, seriously. Oh, I wanted to say this. Being a loner is crazy, right? When, like I said, I would go out alone to parties or whatever in the city by myself. And it would be funny because I would always run into people or end up talking to other people that came alone. So that's happened to me so many times. Like
that's a good
women
thing,
and
right?
men. Yeah, it really is good because I would go into it like having anxiety. Like, I don't know if I should go to this party now. I have nobody to go with, no one to check out my outfit before I go in and tell me if I got tissue on my shoe or some shit. But then when I get there, and I'll end up hanging out with another woman that literally came by herself, and then if a guy comes in, then we're all hanging out. So like, I would say if you feel like a loner, don't be discouraged. Go out by yourself. Do it. You're gonna meet other people that literally feel like you.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should put some tissue on your shoe before you go in, just to see which nice person comes up to you and says, "Hey, girl, you got some tissue on your shoe."
I can make a friend.
Yeah. And they're nice, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta test people's genuineness. That's what you gotta do now. I don't want to be everybody's friend. I would say that. Like, I'm talking about this. I don't want to be everybody's friend. You gotta like really watch people. Cause yeah, a lot of people, like I said, they can be messed up.
Why are you calling me Chris, girl?
Chris.
You think my name's Chris? How many times have you been on this podcast?
Dude, I said
unbelievable. Can you believe this shit?
I don't know why that came to my head. I really I have a friend, like I have like 2 friends named Chris.
Unbelievable. Just call me Whitey.
Whitey. Oh, you know, who are you? I have so many friends named Chris. I'm sorry.
I hope you didn't get confused with one Chris I know.
Why not? Is that a bad thing?
Well, we'll talk about it after the podcast.
Well, hey, I like both of you. Y'all are both cool.
She doesn't even know my name.
I know your name.
I'm leaving this in the podcast.
No, Kai.
I mean, I'm gonna clip that last part out too about the girl, and I'm gonna send it to her.
Yeah, you sent it to her. She's gonna be mad at me.
Why is she mad at you?
Because I just told her truth that she won't tell.
But what if it's not? What if she really does have anxiety?
Then I'm wrong. Just like a woman. No, I'm just kidding. I believe it. If she's a busy woman, if she says she's a busy woman, she's a busy woman until proven guilty.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that part out though.
Oh no! Don't leave it out. Don't leave it out.
What else you got for me?
What else I got? Let's see.
You got a whole list of stuff there. Oh yeah, talk about your new show.
Oh yeah, because I think we hit all these.
Yeah.
So on July 25th, I'm hosting and I produce a comedy show called Community Comedy. We do have 2 performers, a poet and a music artist that will be there. I am trying to continue to do community comedy in the city. I am using a venue called Vibes Nations right now. It's on Religious Street, right behind the Walmart over there on Chapatulas. I do want to, have shows for the rest of the year if all goes well. But yeah, the show is all community vibes. Tickets are on Eventbrite. I have a special guest coming in next month, and we do have a great show and headliner for July 25th. So y'all got to come through and support the community. It's all about local comics, local venues, and just community, like building up on things.
I like that. So you have multiple different artists that are performing that night.
Mm-hmm.
And you do this every time?
I just started. July 25th will be my third show.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, we got the comics, the music artists. They usually get like 1 to 2 songs depending on how long. They had a poet asked to come in, so we're gonna see how that goes. But the comics are great though. Like I've seen them on multiple shows. They do a lot throughout the city all year long. So it's just giving, like, I wanted to give another platform for comics and also give myself another platform to do things, because sometimes, New Orleans and the comedy community, just in general, and music and everything, everybody has their own groups and own things going on. So I wanted to make something for myself, because I have worked and done like skits with, different comics and people in the city. But, I'm trying to get my own little group, my own people started. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah,
the comedy scene in New Orleans is very cool, very unique. You have, I think a lot of the people that are in it are loners.
Yeah.
But they all have their own little community now because they all hang out together.
Mm-hmm.
But you get some of those interesting perspectives from comedians. I love it.
Yes. I actually have, like, I'm coming out of my lonerness, or like feeling that lonerness, because I have been doing a show at the Doghouse with Katie Santos, and that show is great. It's literally, she had a show maybe a week ago. It's called For the Wieners. A bunch of wiener dogs, and they had the
what a great title.
Yeah, they had the bar.
I bet a bunch of guys came out that night.
No,
For the Wieners.
For the Wieners, yeah, little wiener dogs. Yeah, but the ladies were great, and it's really like almost that community setting too, like a community comedy, but it's with dog owners, and they get to drink. The dogs get to have fun, and we get to make people laugh at the same time. And it's so cute because all the dogs are like literally running around us and stuff.
I love dog-friendly bars in New Orleans.
Yeah. We need a cat house. Somebody said that. We need the cat house.
What is that? Just a cat place?
Yeah, we need a cat place. I have 2 cats. That's why.
We have cats in here sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them.
Cats just aren't as cool in bars as dogs are.
They're not. They're just going to be like bored.
Yeah. They're like, we had one in here one night, and it was like it just walked in one night.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone opened the door and a cat walked in, and it looked rough. It looked like he'd been living on the street for a while. And the girl who's bartending that night was like, "Would you take this home?" And I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not taking a cat home. What is wrong with you?"
Do you like cats?
I don't want anything I have to take care of.
Oh God, you don't like people or animals.
It's just things that I have to take care of. If you can take care of yourself, I'm fine.
Are you an ogre?
Wait, no. Do ogres not like things they have to take care of? Is that an ogre thing?
No, it just reminded me of Shrek. Yes. Like it took so long for everybody to get him to like them. Then they all like, remember on the beginning, like they were all going in front of his house. Like, what the fuck are all these people doing in front of these creatures? And then Donkey was getting on his nerves and shit. But like, he got forced to love people and animals.
Maybe I am an ogre.
It's okay. Somebody's going to get it out of you.
My house does look kind of like a cave.
Seriously?
Yeah. I have a bed and a desk with a computer on it.
You're not eating eyeballs, right?
And it's my apartment's like huge, but that's all that's in it. Yeah. People walk in and they're like, "Did you just move into this place?" I'm like, "No, I've been here for like 4 years."
No, it's fine. You have relevant reasons to like keep your distance.
Well, my ex-girlfriend, she's like, "You should get a couch." And I was like, "It's time for us to break up."
Over a couch?
Yeah. She just wanted me to buy furniture. And I was like, "It's time for us to break up. This ain't going to work out."
No, seriously? You said that?
Yeah.
Oh. So you have a bed?
Yeah. You can sit on the concrete floor if you want.
This guy, like, how are you doing a podcast with me? And you don't even like people.
What do you mean?
I'm not
I
a
told
person.
you, I like the individual.
Oh, I'm not. But
but when it comes to groups of people,
you don't like groups.
Yeah.
You run away from groups, man. You can't do that.
What the group mentality is like a whole thing with humanity. Like you like follow these leaders that are fucking idiots. Like if the individual would think for themselves rather than following the collective into craziness, then they would be okay. But I feel like a lot of times it's the fact that we're following retards. I know that's a bad word to say these days, but
I try to be more. I feel like I'm a leader in every aspect of my life.
There you go.
Like just a little bit, because things are kind of like groupie-ish. And I don't like that. I don't like feeling like I have to be forced to feel like I have to fit in with people. Like even women groups, right? Like, I mean, I just started kind of making more women friends now, in my later 20s or whatever. But when I was younger, women wanted you to be around them, and like we all got to walk at the same time. If they hop in tables, then I got to hop a table, like as far as events and stuff like that. I'm like,
what?
Like,
what does that mean?
Hop a table? Like if we go somewhere as a group of women, like typically people like to move around, but I like to sit at one table.
They like to move tables?
Yes. I've hung out with do my first hangout with women and like, okay, we're going to sit here first. Then we're going to move there.
Why? What's the fucking purpose?
Exactly. So it's stuff like that. Like, I don't like that because like you said, there gets to be like maybe one person that's the leader and everybody's following.
Look, how many of those women are single?
Most of them.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. There's a lot of single women out here. Hey, women, y'all got to stop feeling yourself. Let me say, as a woman, I feel myself. I'm happy with who I am, but like some women's egos up the ass right now, and that's literally why like men don't want you.
Fuck no. Especially if I go to a restaurant or a bar with someone, they're like, yo, we're going to sit here for a little bit, and then we're going to move to this table for a little bit. I'd be like, woman, I'm going home.
Right. Like, like all like they have a lot of high expectations. Like women have a lot of high expectations for men. And I feel like you should, but at the same time, like if it's just literally because of your ego or you're trying to look cool for the crowd, like don't be stressing no man out about that. Like,
bro, I almost disagree with that statement. Yeah. Like you need to have some expectations, but not as high as they have these days.
Yeah.
Like this whole, like every woman wants a man who's over 6 foot tall. When that's only like, 13% of the population. It's like, give me a fucking break.
Why are majority of the men short? I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. Like, so now we got to fight over. I just seen a article today. It was like 80% or something of women are fighting over like 20% of guys. Like the same 20% of guys.
I would say it's less than that. I'd say it's probably 90% of women are fighting over, I would say 2% of guys.
Yeah. And it makes no sense, but our expectations can be a little bit unrealistic sometimes.
No, I don't think sometimes. I think it's like most of the time. I saw a video the other day, this guy, he asked this girl, he said, how tall are you? And she said, I'm 5'6". And then he asked the other girl, how tall are you? I'm 5'7" or whatever. And then he said, now what's the height that you would like your man to be? And they were like both over 6 foot tall, is what they said. And then the guy who was clearly like 5'11", and the girl was 5'6", okay? Mm-hmm. He said, now how tall do you think I am? And she said, I think you're 5'6". The same fucking height that she said she was. The guy who's clearly taller than her, she thought he was the same thing.
That was stupid.
Well, it's just like, you don't really know what you want. You're listening to the internet to tell you what you want.
Yeah, that's very unrealistic. Yeah.
If you want a guy who's loyal to you, probably should get a under 6 foot tall.
Right.
Guy.
I was like, he might be short. He might be Lord Farquaad, like short. Like, but if he's nice to you, I have all these Shrek references right now. I don't know why. If he's nice to you, then he wins. Also, like the investing, like men investing in women, like sometimes women are asking for like a lot of like money investment, like within the first year. I'm like, I mean, you kind of look like a gold digger at the point. You either want to find a man or you want to find a sugar daddy. Like you got to like pick one.
But you can notice that shit too as a guy. Like one of my ex-girlfriends that I had, she kept like dropping these hints. Oh, I'm about to have to move. It's going to cost me this much money. Mm-hmm. Like I knew what she was saying. She was saying, give me money for my moving stuff.
Yeah.
I just kept ignoring her every time she said that shit. Like, give me fucking money. You got yourself in the situation. You get yourself out of it.
Yeah. See, yeah.
We were only dating for like a month too. So that's why it was kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think she was only dating me just so she would get someone to pay for her moving stuff.
Oh yeah. She was looking like, look at this guy. He got it going on. He got the podcast, got the bar. She's like, I need his money. And I was she was trying to get some of it. I mean,
trying to.
Yeah, we can't. Us ladies, we can't keep going into things like that.
Can't hustle a hustler.
That's why I say the trauma, the childhood trauma, the focus. Get your focus off of just trying to date and marry. Get your life together by yourself, and then let a genuine man come in and love you and have great sex with you, and y'all last forever or possibly forever. Instead of trying to do all these things in a weird way where it's only like trying to get somebody else to overly invest in you, when it really starts with us. Because I feel like men love more of the independence. No matter how much they talk shit about it on the internet, men enjoy women that are genuinely have their own thing going on. They just do. You're selling flowers, you're selling incense, you're doing comedy, you're dancing, you're doing different things. You can find a great man by continuing to be yourself and build for yourself. Because at the end of the day, a lot of women get stuck in situations like marriages and dating life where they're stuck. And he's like, oh, you don't have to work. You can stay home, but now you're at home miserable. And you have never built something that you actually wanted, you know?
And I would say to all the men out there, go either out of the country or to an Amish community and find you a nice, lovely young lady. Stay away from these hood rats.
Oh my God. The Amish women, I didn't watch the Amish show. You know, the Amish women.
What are they like?
No, it's funny. I think they're great. But when they get a taste of this American life from the show, yeah, I mean, they're going to wild out. It was funny. I seen a video of this Amish woman. She brought the black man home and had a black baby. And that shit. I was choked. I was like, no way.
Well, so
they didn't know what to do.
Did they put him in the field and make him start working?
I don't know.
I mean, they work in the fields, you know?
No, I don't know. I never followed up. I just seen a clip online and I just thought it was funny as fuck. Like, a black, like, why did he do that to himself?
I mean, they might be cool with the blacks. I don't know. I don't know how Amish people roll.
I mean, she was. They weren't. Like, her family was.
They didn't like the blacks?
They didn't like the black guy.
Dude, so where I went to college at, we had a Amish or Mennonite community, one of them. Mm-hmm. And it was the craziest shit I ever saw in my fucking life. So there was a guy who rode a wagon into town. He was getting some supplies. Mm-hmm. And he picked up a rock to, chalk in the back tire of the wagon so it didn't roll. And his fucking hand was, I can't even explain how big it was. It was fucking huge. When he picked up that rock, he picked up just like this and was holding it. Mm-hmm. And the rock was like this big around. Wow. And then he waved at me. And when he waved at me, his fucking hand was like massive. I don't know if that's because.
What the heck?
I don't know if it's because he's been working his whole life or if he's a Neanderthal or what's going on.
He's an alien. Now that's probably like a lot of handwork, hands-on. But it's crazy out here.
But they make some great food, I tell you that.
Amish? I never had their food. I would love to. I'm always open to trying new food.
Bro, I because my dad, they always go to like these Mennonite communities, Amish communities, and buy a bunch of the food. Mm-hmm. Next time I go there, I'll bring you some back. But they have this stuff called pool room slaw. Oh my God.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll bring you some back next time I go up there.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna try some good Amish food.
Miss Hippie Gypsy, anything else you would like to say to the people out there?
The only thing I would say is love yourself and have a great day, a great rest of y'all year. That's all I got.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I will definitely be at your show to check it out.
Woo! I appreciate that. Thank you.